Hello friends, I'm Dr. Schulze, and this week I'm going to answer a question from Lynn D. in Santa Maria, California. She says, "Dear Dr. Schulze, my 88-year-old father seemed to be in good health until 6 months ago when he was told he had congestive heart failure. They determined at the time he also had a mild heart attack at some point earlier in his life and that his kidneys were not functioning at full capacity. He was told that because of pulmonary weaknesses, he was not a candidate for surgery to repair his heart issues." Well, that's a blessing, Lynn. Just consider that a blessing, that he was too ill to have surgery, because we're going to go another route to get your dad healthy and well. So they put him on Lasix, which is a diuretic, and said that that would control his water retention and so help with the shortness of breath. Up to that time, he was on no medications of any kind. He was a highly energetic man and now has no energy, no appetite, has lost weight, is having sleeping problems, still dealing with frightening shortness of breath. He was hospitalized 3 weeks ago and they told him his kidneys were almost not functioning. They switched him to another stronger diuretic. His kidney function improved enough for him to go home, although the kidney doctor suggested dialysis was in his future. Well, that's a nice negative affirmation there. After watching him closely, they are now urging dialysis. After doing some research, his wife discovered the diets, foods recommended to improve kidney function. Of course, the doctors never told him anything about diet. Why am I not surprised? Medical doctors don't study natural healing. They don't study nutrition. They do not study herbal medicine. His wife, with the best of intentions, has been preparing juices with kale and carrots and all the foods that are wrong. Well, I wouldn't call those foods wrong. That's a good start. That's a great start. Is there anything more that can be done to help the kidney? Yeah, there's a lot. At this point, here's the kicker at the end of the letter I don't like. At this point, we are hoping that he might be able to at least 6 months, I don't know what that exactly means, live, but have no hope that it is going to include any quality of life. Thank you for any assistance. Look, Lynn from Santa Maria, California, it is not over. We're talking congestive heart failure here, okay? This isn't that big of a deal. I know it sounds scary, and his kidneys may be absolutely fine. We don't know. But I know that that sounds scary, congestive heart failure. But it's not a failure. It didn't mean that his heart stopped or anything. It just means that it's pumping less efficiently. Now, why might that be? Because he's 88 years old, okay? Now, I want him to live to 150, but at 88, nothing is pumping as efficiently as it was when we were 20 or 30. So he's 88. That means he's almost, by now, by the time I'm reading this, he's probably closer to 90. Actually, this just came in a week ago. I don't know why I'm answering that one, but anyway. So don't be all freaked out here. I know he's not well, but we can get him better. It's not that big a deal. His heart is just pumping less efficiently because he's 88 years old. It's not pumping with enough force to push the blood through his kidneys and his lungs efficiently enough to where his kidneys will excrete the urine and to where his lungs will make it easier for him to breathe. And that's really what's happening with congestive heart failure. Okay, what do we do about it? Number one, vegan. Vegan, vegan, vegan. He's got to remove all animal foods from his food program. Why? Well, it's real simple. We could call it physics, we could call it hydraulics, we could call it fluid mechanics, fluid dynamics. It doesn't matter. But it's easier to pump water through a hose than it is to pump mud. Imagine to pump the same volume of liquid, the same distance. Imagine the pump you have to pump water versus the pump you need to pump mud or concrete. So becoming a vegan just turns his blood into the consistency of water. Cholesterol and fat increase the thickness, the stickiness, and the thickness, the viscosity of the blood. They turn it from 10-weight oil to STP engine treatment that pours out like frozen honey. Okay? The cholesterol and fat increases blood pressure and increases heart's workload. So becoming a vegan immediately is like, wow, for anybody with congestive heart failure. Thin the blood. It's simple physics. Okay, herbal medicine, what do we do? Heart formula number 1. Did you know that the number 1 heart drug ever was called digitalis? Okay, but it's not a drug. Digitalis is a plant. This particular species grew in Greece called Digitalis lanata, or foxglove. It's one of the foxglove plants, and that was the number 1 cardiac drug ever to make your heart beat with more force. Now, I don't use digitalis because it's very strong, but I use other herbs. First of all, in the heart tonic is hawthorn, leaf, berry, and flower, which makes your heart pump with more force for congestive heart failure. Also, red clover, which thins his blood, as he's being a vegan. So we're thinning the blood, we're pumping with more force. Cactus grandiflorus in the heart tonic makes you pump with more force. And sometimes with congestive heart failure, you get arrhythmias, and I have motherwort in there for the arrhythmias. Also, there's garlic in there, which reduces the blood viscosity, and cayenne and ginger to improve his circulation. So heart formula number 1, basic dosage, 2 dropperfuls, 3 to 4 times a day. He can use more, okay? And the protect formula. He should be quadrupling the dose. A couple capsules in the morning and a couple capsules at night. The hawthorn in the heart tonic and in the protect formula actually binds to and coats your heart cells and protects them from any further damage in case there's a lack of blood flow or oxygen through his own coronary arteries, the arteries that supply blood flow to the heart. So this is very important. He may have had a mild heart attack in the past. We want to make sure that he doesn't have one in the future. And if he does, he has a lot less damage. Trust me, there's been hundreds of studies done on that one, how hawthorn protects the heart during heart attacks. Okay, herbs continued. Superfood. Superfood contains niacin. Superfood, to the rescue always, contains niacin and B vitamins that help with his circulation, and he needs more nutrition. He's 88. He's not assimilating the way he would when he was 28. Check his bowel. Make sure he's going to the bathroom every single day. You can do the 5-day kidney detox. Why not? Okay, I think his kidneys are probably fine, but congestive heart failure, the kidneys stop working because the blood just isn't pumping with enough force through the kidneys. And the 5-day kidney detox, or just the KB tonic, or tea, or both, or the detox, will all help with the edema or the fluid retention and get it out of his body. No dialysis. We don't use the word dialysis around here. Kidney bladder, 2 dropperfuls 3 times daily. Start out with that dosage. No salt. Mild exercise increase. I know he's 88, but he's got to get outside and start walking. And cayenne. Cayenne to the rescue. Let's get his circulation stimulated. You cannot have congestive heart failure when you have cayenne in your body. Regular or extra crispy? No. Tonic or powder? How about both? If I was 88 and had congestive heart failure, I'd be using both in my food, in my drinks. That's it. Don't give up on your dad. Come on. Don't give up on your dad. He could live another 88 years. We just got to solve this one with natural healing and herbal medicine, and you can do it.